made of wood, and on the inside there are hammers and strings. On the outside, you'll see 88 black and white keys. When I press the keys with my fingers, it makes sound.
I love that the cello can play long and smooth sounds. This is what we call legato.
And I can play short, bouncy, staccato sounds.
So, how do you think I'm playing this? Am I blowing through my horn? Let me see. That didn't work. What if I try singing? Well, that sounded pretty silly. What I do is actually buzz my lips together so it sounds like this. I do that inside of my mouthpiece, and that's how I make sound. Can you guys buzz your lips with me? Ready, set, go. And stop.
I hear you've been learning about the Carnival of the Animals by Saint-Saëns. He did write music for the double bass, and this one is describing a different animal. I'll play it, and you can listen and see if you can imagine in your mind what animal it might be. Before you answer, can you tell me if it was a slow or a fast animal? Slow, right? How about, was it high sounding or low sounding? Low, right? So now, do you think this animal was a big, slow, lumbering animal or a tiny little running animal? Well, what animal do you think it is? That's right, an elephant.
Percussion. What is it?
The agogo bells from Brazil. The jazzy vibraphone. The ethereal wind chimes. The nervous flexitone. And everyone can always use a little more cowbell.
Hi friends, my name is Heidi, and today I'd like to introduce you to the string quartet. A string quartet is 4 musicians playing 4 stringed instruments. One of those instruments is this. Do you know what it's called? If you said violin, you're correct.
So, the first notes I want to show you are the low notes. These ones are so beautiful to play
I love playing them. This is Pavon by Foray. This is from Peter and the Wolf, and the flute represents the bird. So that is pretty high up there.
We can make this sound a couple different ways. One is, like I just showed you, by plucking the strings with my finger. This is called pizzicato.
Now, it's a common joke that the oboe can sometimes sound like a duck. One composer named Sergei Prokofiev actually wrote a piece called Peter and the Wolf, and that piece tells a story about a little boy named Peter who defends a duck, a cat, and a bird from a threatening wolf. In this piece, the oboe plays the part of the duck. So I want you to listen to this and think, does that sound like a duck? What do you think? Did it sound like a duck?
Now we can take some of those notes and sounds, smear them together, and play jazzy music just like this.
Hi everybody, my name is Sadie. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. I'm going to tell you all about my instrument. And before I show it to you, I was hoping you could help me put it together today. So first of all, let me see. This case it's pretty heavy, it's pretty big. What do you think could be inside? Let's find out together. The first thing I'm going to take out of my case is really small. This is called my mouthpiece. Can you guys say that? Mouthpiece. This is where I make the sound of my instrument. I can actually play music just with this. Let's listen. What do you guys think that sounds like? Maybe it's kind of silly. I think it sounds a little bit like a police car, or maybe even an elephant. I bet you wouldn't even guess I can play songs on this mouthpiece. Do you guys recognize this? Is that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Can you guys sing along as I play it? Here we go. Awesome, thanks for singing with me. All right, this is just one piece of my instrument. Let's see the next part. The next part looks like this. It's called the body of my instrument, or the corpus if you want to be fancy. Can you guys say corpus? Awesome. So this I cannot play by itself. Let me try. Whoa, that sounded really crazy. What about... Nope, that doesn't sound quite right. So I have to actually put my mouthpiece into the body of the horn. So I've got my mouthpiece is one part, the body of the horn is two pieces. Put them together, I still have one more. Let's see it. This is my last piece, part number 3, is called the bell. Now it doesn't sound like a bell, it's not gonna ring if I shake it. However, have any of you been out on the playground and wanted to talk to someone way on the other side, and you've taken your hands and gone like this and said, "Hey, can you hear me over there?" to make your voice louder? Well, that's exactly what my bell does for my instrument. It makes my sound louder. So I very carefully put the bell into the body of my horn. I have to do this very carefully. And sometimes it's a little tricky. All right, so I've got my mouthpiece, my body, and my bell. 1, 2, 3 pieces to my instrument. And I am all set to play. I'm gonna put my case on the side. Alrighty. So what do you guys think this instrument is? It's not a trumpet, it's not a tuba, it's a French horn. Have you ever heard of an instrument like that, the French horn? Well, just like we have families, my instrument is part of a family too. It's part of the brass family. And brass is a fancy word for the type of metal that my horn is made out of. But I also have a very special way of playing my instrument, just like all the other members of the brass family, like the trumpet, trombone, and tuba. How do you guys think I play this instrument? First, how about we listen to a little song so you can hear what it sounds like. I love how the French horn sounds. So, how do you think I'm playing this? Am I blowing through my horn? Let me see. That didn't work. What if I try singing? Well, that sounded pretty silly. What I do is actually buzz my lips together so it sounds like this. I do that inside of my mouthpiece, and that's how I make sound. Can you guys buzz your lips with me? Ready, set, go. And stop. It's a pretty funny sound, I bet. I can even buzz twinkle with just my lips. Pretty fun. So, now how about we hear some pretty music from this thing now that we know how I make sound, how I put it together, what the pieces are. So I'm going to play some music for you now. The first thing I'm going to play is really fun because it's loud and it sounds like a hero. Let me try that again. The next song I'm going to play for you is really pretty and sweet. I love that the French horn can play so many different things. What I'm doing right now is actually emptying out the condensation that's building up inside of my instrument. So let me finish doing that and play a sweet song for you. The French horn can also play really high. And really low. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you learned a lot about the French horn, and I hope that someday when you get to pick your own instrument to play, you think about possibly playing this instrument. It's really fun, and I hope you might decide to play it someday. All right, bye everybody.